Welcome to the project demonstration of object sorting based on the color by using delta robot mechanism. So here we have attached this delta robot mechanism to the three servo motors. So that is MG995 180 degrees rotation servo motors, and these three are interfaced to the Arduino Uno. And the next, in order to identify the object color, Raspberry Pi used, and that will be identified with the help of this Pi camera. So here we have attached the Pi camera along with a suction mechanism through this pipe, and another wire is the IR sensor. So this side we have attached the IR sensor. So IR sensor to detect the object, and camera for object color classification, and this suction mechanism through this motor to lift and sorting the object. So color identification classification was done with help of the Raspberry Pi. So as we are using the Pi camera directly to that, so it will check the object detection first, and then after whether the object was placed the left or right or forward backward, and it will provide the coordinate values through the serial communication. So through the serial communication to the Arduino Uno board, and from there Arduino Uno will control the three servo motors, up and down motion and left and right motion, and forward backward will be done with the help of this stepper motor in order to increase the work area. And once the object was coming in center of the camera, then it will rotate the servo motors to move down motion, and once the object detected near to the IR sensor, then automatically it will on the suction motor with help of this electromagnetic relay. So we are using this electromagnetic relay to control the suction motor. So this is the motor, this is the relay to control this motor. And to control this stepper motor, we are making use of L298 motor driver, and servo motors directly controlled through the Arduino Uno, no need of any external driver. Coming to the power supply, so Raspberry Pi is provided with the directly B-type power supply adapter, 5 volts adapter, and servo motors and stepper motors controlled through this drivers, and the supply is getting from this LM2596 voltage regulator. So we need to provide the high power to control these motors along the stepper and suction pump servo motor. That will be done with help of this transformer, so it will take 230 volts AC input and provide us a 12 volts AC output, and with help of this rectifier circuits KBL10, which can handle the 10 amps of current maximum, and rectifier circuits along with the filter will get the pure DC of 12 volts, and that will be regulated to the 6 volts and 12 volts. Directly 12 volts for the pumping motor along with the stepper motor, and 6 volts for the servo motor rotation. So these are power supply section, and from this breadboard we are distributing that to the servo motors, and from this breadboard we are distributing the 5 volts to the Uno and IR sensor and relay circuit also. So this is a power distribution lower circuits, and here we are using the two limit switches. So one is for the red end and is a blue end. So whenever the greens for the right side, so whenever the red object detected, then the system will turn towards the red side, and it will place the object to that side, and blue this side, and green right side one. Coming to the interfacing connection diagram, Raspberry Pi interface at the pin number 0, that is the receiving pin of our Uno board, and the next stepper motor at 8, 9, 10, 11 pins, servo motors 3, 5, 6 pins, and this relay at the pin number 12, and limit switches at A0, A1, A2 for the IR sensors. So these are the main input and output connections of our project. So let us see the demonstration. First of all, we need to on the power supply for the Raspberry Pi, and then wait till the camera light gets switched on. So on this camera we can see the light. So wait till that time. It will take maximum 20 to 30 seconds for the successful booting. Once successful booting was done, then the system will on the camera light. Then only we can, you can see that camera light got switched on. Now you can on the power supply for the motors. This is very important. Power supply switching on is right. So it will go to initially up, and then this will rotate to the 0 initially, because already the limit switch was touched here, so that's why it was stopped over there. Otherwise I'll show you again how it works. So let us see, by assuming that it was at middle section, Okay, and when we on the power supply, just resetting the Uno board, then up and down at a time once, and now the stepper motor will be rotates to the initial position. That is considered as the initial position. So you can see now here arm also will down and up once. Now let us place the object here, and now wait for around of again 10 seconds. The system will start the stepper motor, because if no object was there in front of the camera, so everything is plain, so now it won't work. So after some time it will start moving, so you can wait for that. Right, it started moving for scanning the system. So slowly it will scan that. If any object was present based on the color, it will stop over there on this white surface. So let us place the object over there. Object red color better, sir. Right. So now once object identified, then the system will run the stepper motor till this camera should detect the object at the middle of this vision, till it rotates. Because the scanning was very slow, that's why the stepper motor rotates very slowly, and once it's coming near exactly the section, then the system will capture that. As we can see, the relay got switched on, means the system lift the object and it is sorting towards the end. Right, and now again it will back to the zero position. Again it will start moving towards the again blue bit. So if the object was at the left or right side, then the system will turn the servo motors towards the left or right motion. So every time the camera light will get switched on only. So you can see that it will slowly turn that to the left side. Right, and this side we are sorting that there is a limitation for this arm, that's why we kept this one as a dead limit here. Right, thank you.